Hello everyone, it is me, BlackSonatta here, and welcome back to the second episode of the Cubic Castles Beginner Guide, where I teach you from the ground up how to progress in Cubic Castles. In this video, we will be going in depth in the topic of overworlds, mining and crafting, as well as explaining levels and the perk tree system and which perks to get first. Let's get right into it. Upon leaving your realm, the game will spawn you in what we call an overworld. The overworld is a broad and open area that you can use to visit other realms and mines, and talk with any other players that you can find. By going in the search option on your top right corner, you can find a list of the top overworlds. There are 3 overworlds that are made by the developers, and they are represented by this count symbol on their left. The 3 official overworlds are named New Eden, Questoria, and Wildlands. You can also find a selection of player-made overworlds that you can visit by clicking on them and clicking on the Go button. Furthermore, you can also find other realms by going to this magnifying glass option. Here, you can find the realms that are owned by you, some popular realms that have the highest amount of current players, and by scrolling down to the bottom, you can search any realms or overworlds that you might want to find. If you want to go back to your realm at any given time, you can either search it in your realm search option, or by going to one of the 3 official overworlds and jumping on this realm statue of a QB holding a heart. Mining is one of the best and easiest ways to get resources in the game, as they can offer a free and reliable source of gathering materials for things like building and crafting. If you play for a while, you'll notice that you can mine in all realms, and that has to do with the realm setup that we explained on the first episode of this series. However, there are some places that you can go to mine whatever you want, and those places are the mines. If you have walked through an overworld, you may have already seen some of them, and you can notice that there are different types of mines that represent each biome in the game. There are 6 biomes, those being forest, deep forest, desert, tropical, mountain, and arctic mines. Each of them have their own selection of materials, as well as some ores like coal, iron, silver, and gold. You can find a forest, deep forest, tropical, mountain, and arctic mine by going to New Eden, and you can find a desert mine in Questoria. However, I would recommend searching for a public mines or free mines overworld. Public mine overworlds are a type of player-made overworld that offer you a diverse selection of overworlds you can easily go to. Upon joining a mine, you can use your grabbing hand option within your inventory to click a block to grab it. Note that you cannot build any blocks in the mines, with an exception to torches and candles for lighting. Crafting is a very straightforward way of obtaining a variety of new blocks and items that you can use for building or for crafting on other items. When you start the game, all you will have for the moment is an anvil. When you get close to an anvil, you will notice the smith button, and by clicking on it you can see a limited selection of recipes that does not require any special tools. Things are simpler here. If you have the items that each recipe shows you, then you can craft that item, and you can choose if you want to craft it one block at a time or every block possible at once. When you progress at the game, you will eventually get to craft a workbench. The workbench has a bigger list of advanced crafting options that require new materials and special tools. By accessing a workbench, you will find 4 basic slots for adding the blocks needed for a recipe, and a special tool slot that opens the possibility for more advanced crafting recipes. By adding your items into the workbench, you can find all of the possible recipes that you can make using those items. Keep in mind that certain tools may require a special perk, which we will be talking about later in the video. Eventually, you will also unlock what we call smelting type stations. There are 3 types of those: forges, distillers, and extractors. These machines require a fuel, those being coal for forges and oil for the other 2 that you can find in arctic mines, and when you add your resource, the machine will enter in the smelt state that will produce the item that you want within a certain time. Each resource will have a different smelting time, and these machines do not require any special perk to use. If you want to learn more on what you can craft, you can find the Cubic Castles Learning Center in one of the 3 official overworlds. The Learning Center gives you a spot with a lot of helpful information on everything Cubic Castles related. By joining in the realm and going down the stairs, to your left, you will find a crafting room that sends you to a room with all of the possible items you can craft, as well as a recipe. With that in mind, if you need an easier and faster way of finding out the recipes, you can go to the ccrecipes.com website. There, you can find a player-made list with all of the game's items and how to craft them. The link will be down in the description. Perks are special abilities you can unlock the more you progress into the game. Upon leveling up, you will get a special perk star that can be exchanged with 1 perk. You can level up by either mining or building blocks, crafting items, or by doing exploration quests that are unlocked until reaching level 1. By going into your menu at the top left and going in the perk option, you'll find every single perk of the game arranged in a perk tree system. The system gives you a direction on what perks to get, and the more you progress and the more levels you get, the more perks you can unlock and obtain. Certain perks have a level threshold that you need to suppress in order to unlock, and some perks require you to unlock other perks in order to progress, shown by this line that connects the perks all together. As a general rule, it is recommended that you complete the first tier of perks, as those are the ones that will expand your crafting and mining capabilities. Personally, the best way to go about getting the perks is as follows. First off, I would get both of the faster mining perks, as that can allow you to mine blocks 75% faster and speed up the process of leveling up. Next, I would go for both of the geologist perks, because that will allow you to mine ores. After that, you can go for the workbench perks, followed up by the tool perks, which makes you capable of using the workbench and the tools to craft items, and finally, go for every other perk. After that, it doesn't really matter in which order you go about picking out the other perks, as they are more about quality of life things that won't really impact your account in a very significant way. That finishes up the video. I hope you find it helpful in any way, and if you wish to support me, you can subscribe to my channel and share the video with a friend who might find it helpful as well. I hope to see you guys on the next video on this series, which will go on the topic of making qubits, but in any case, I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, have a wonderful day.